everyone needs an honorary aunt, and I think that was Aunt Patti to all of us. She just absolutely adored everyone here, the people that aren't here, and I think she'd be really, really pleased with how beautiful the days turned out. So anyway, my job is just to welcome you from the bottom of my heart. I'd also like to thank Janelle, Mary, Joni, Diane and Alan, and Nancy and Spencer, just for supporting me and really putting together this absolutely beautiful event, because without them it would have been really hard to pull it together. So with that, again, welcome. Thank you for being here, and it's my honor to introduce Aunt Patti's oldest and dearest friend, Carol, for a blessing.
Oh boy. In honor of Patti's Irish roots, the Morrison and Heffernan families, we thought an Irish blessing would be in order. And the Irish blessing goes, as probably some of you know, may the road rise to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sun shine warm on your face and the rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. And I'd like to add one more. It's a prayer, and it's in honor of my serendipitous meeting of Patti in September of 1961 at the All Girls Catholic Queen of the Rosary Academy in Amityville, New York. I felt that a Hail Mary, which is one of the prayers of the Rosary, would be fitting today. So, Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. And just for the record, because Catholic school, alphabetical order, we were McKenna and Morris. And that's how we started. It's so good to see all of your faces. We're all here. I can feel the love in the room. It's great. Okay, thank you. I'll be back later.
What we thought we'd do right now is have family members come up and speak about Aunt Patti. I have the honor of reading a letter, a note from our cousin Chrissy, who wasn't able to be here today. When Mary asked if anyone wanted to share their memories of Patti, I thought a minute. I would love to. I sat down and began to think about our life together, and all these memories came flooding in. It was overwhelming. Tears, laughter, and more tears. I realized there will be no more memories made, no more laughter over crazy life experiences. It was over. The finality of this event defines how precarious life is. One day we are here living, laughing, loving, and in the blink of an eye, we are gone forever. What holds me together is my faith and belief that God will keep Patti safe and that she is united with Gary once again. Patti and I were cousins, best friends, and sisters rolled into one. We knew one another. We understood each other. We had an unspoken bond. We were raised in a very close-knit family. Our family was everything. Sunday dinners with grandparents, aunts, uncles, sisters, brothers, and cousins. The only way you were excused from dinner was if you were dead or moved out of the tri-state area, like Hawaii. Otherwise, you were in attendance. That also held true for our beloved Jones Beach, Field 1, on the left, down the ocean. You were there. Patti and family arrived first, followed by my family, then Uncle Vinny and Aunt Edna, followed by Aunt Gert and Uncle Bill. This is what we did, this is what we knew, and we loved. We were loved. We had a very strong family and could not have had a better life. Patti and I were always together. When we weren't, we were sad. No matter what we did, we had each other's back. It was an unwritten rule, family first. Having the opportunity to remember our past brings peace, smiles, and laughter, something Patti and I shared. When Patti was struggling during her last weeks, I remember saying, "Smile big, smile a big smile, laugh a big laugh. It will help you heal." I knew there was one line that would make her laugh. It comes from one of our Martha's Vineyard family vacations, and all the kids together, Anne and Dan's children, mine, Patti and Gary, a full house. My last words to her to make her smile, and indeed they did, were, "Remember the Schnells." A hilarious Martha's Vineyard story. Patti is loved and missed, but never ever forgotten. Her smile and laughter will always be with me. We wish we could be there to celebrate Patti's life, but we hold you all in our hearts. Thank you. I'm going to introduce Malia, cousin Malia and Nani, and they are going to read a note from Uncle George.
Aloha.
Aloha, yes. Our father is George Morris, the older brother to Patti, and he really wishes he could be here, but it's a little bit hard and long travel from Hawaii, so we're here representing with our ohana here, and there and everywhere. But he wanted to make sure you all know how grateful he is for just being in Patti's life and just taking such good care of his little sister. So this is titled Patti Morris Channer, My Little Sister. So you get a little pigeon, excuse us, but we're from the islands. The Morris clan from Ridgewood, New York, and later moving to Malvern, Long Island. There were 6 kids in our family, born in order 1 to 2 years apart. First the girls, Kathleen, then Peg, followed by Regina, represented here. Then came the boys, myself and Vincent, here, represented. 6 years later, in 1947, the baby came. Patti was born. Ratoon surprise crop, as she labeled herself the oops. Patti was definitely the baby of the bunch, and no question the apple of our eye. We all looked after her. She was always rambunctious, full of energy, and brought a lot of life and joy into our family. Kathleen was the mother hen for sure. And later in life, she turned the tables, and Patti became the mother hen for Kathleen. Patti was just 13 years old when I went away to Hawaii for school in 1961. Just a kid she was. When I returned in 1965 for Patti's high school graduation, she was a young woman all grown up. So I don't know a lot of details during those years that I missed, but I'm sure her lifelong friends like Carol McKenna Edwards has a host of stories to tell. But I was a proud big brother for sure. I want to share 2 short stories about Patti during our adult lives. A number of years ago, on one of my business trips to New York City, I received a call from Patti asking me to look and get a current edition of the People's Magazine. She told me there's an article on something she did with the purchase of a diamond necklace. So I dropped what I was doing to find a copy and look for the article. I called her back and asked her if this was her 15 minutes of fame. I mean, come on, who buys a diamond necklace and time shares it? Patti does. Leave it to her to take her 15 minutes and roll it into much more. A book, and the charitable contributions, and a great publicity for all. What a proud brother was I. All who knew Patti knew that she was also fearless. One year, Patti decided to tackle the Waikiki Rough Water Swim, held annually on Labor Day. I wasn't expecting much and was just hoping that she would be safe out there. But she did amazingly well. The strong current for almost 2.5 miles, and in the end was awarded with a gold Hawaiian bracelet for her efforts. She was really a go-getter. Says, I'm not too sure why those 2 memories involve jewelry, but maybe it's because she was such a gem. We are all impacted immensely upon hearing the news of Patti's passing. It's just hard to believe someone who lived such a big life was gone. She left us without any final goodbyes and no final words. Although it would be difficult to fill that space that she has left, Kathleen, Peg, and myself, and beyond, are beyond grateful. Wait, I can't even see, my eyes are watering. Are beyond grateful for having our little surprise sister in our lives for the past 78 years. I'm sure all of, was it 78? I think it's 75.
75, yeah.
That's what she said. There was a discrepancy. We wish it was 78. At least. I'm sure all of us here would agree that we are better people for having known this amazing windstorm of a woman. Finally, I am reminded that tomorrow is not promised. So we make the best of today, loving those around us as best as we can. She was one of a kind, so full of love and life. And she'd end this by saying, it's all in divine right order. And so, aloha and a hui ho, which means until we meet again.
Thank you all for being here. And I'm sorry, this is why she read. I can't. But we're very, very grateful, all of us, in the Morris and Channer, Nadelmans, Heffron, the Ohana. Mahalo.
Hey everyone, I'm Rich, Aunt Patti's nephew from New York. Growing up on Long Island, I would often tell stories which probably sounded like tall tales to my California aunt and uncle. You know, my aunt and uncle who surfed and sailed and traveled all over the world. My Uncle Gary who introduced me to golf, so good he got a hole-in-one. My Aunt Patti who won a car off of him off of one putt. White Lexus, tan interior. What a legend. Growing up, I always looked up to them. When things seemed dark, or I thought I was lost, I could always count on the guidance from my family, but hearing what Aunt Patti had to say was like listening to a sage. All things happen in divine right order. She would tell you what she thought you should do, and help you discover the tools that you needed to grow. And Patti truly had it all. Her presence will be sorely missed, but remember, this is a celebration of her life. She has touched us all in a profound way, and she will be with us in our hearts and our memories always. I love you. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Leah. I'm Patty's niece from Long Island, Richard's sister. I just want to take a moment and thank everyone for coming to this sacred place today to honor the life and legacy of the beautiful and extraordinary Patti Channer. A big thank you to those who have organized this special occasion. You surely have made Aunt Patti proud. So many times we try to come up with words and sentiments to describe the essence of the people that mean the most to us. I nearly declined the honor of speaking today, as I thought, how can I distill into a few lines my feelings about one of my greatest heroes? And then I realized I had already said it perfectly to Aunt Patti, not because it was perfect, but in a card just a few years ago. She sent me a photo of this card, and when I was reflecting on memories of her, I looked at this and I realized that the words I had written not only reflected my thoughts and feelings, but those of my entire family and so many of her friends. So with your indulgence, I'm going to share the words in that card that I wrote to Aunt Patti. It said, "Happy birthday to my best friend, my Aunt Patti. I have learned to live my life because you have shown me how to create endless possibilities. You taught me how to love unconditionally, how to accept life the way it is, and that is a beautiful thing that we make our days on this earth. It is a beautiful thing that our days on this earth are what we make them to be. I am grateful and blessed to have such a powerful woman in my life, one that has loved me over and over through my toughest and most blissful days. I love you. The choices I make each day with you in mind, your voice has kept me on an adventurous path. Ever since I was a young girl, I wanted to be just like you. Confident with grace, loving with no judgment, and always open to reinvent myself, staying the course. It's all in divine right order. Happiest birthday to my one and only. You're the constant in my skies and the fire blazing in my heart. That will remain forever. Thank you all for being here today. God bless you."
Carol.
Oh, Carol's coming back up.